if you laugh, you're gonna go to hell. They may say you look like you have kwashiorkor, which is not nice, guys, to hear as what's funny, Thato? What's funny, Thato?
I think it's funny.
What's funny?
I think it's funny. If someone is hot with something but not enough capacity, I won't do it. So I've been practicing the art of saying no a lot. You know what I'm saying? To prioritize myself.
A lot of people try to be the victim of their stories. And it's very comfortable, which is also very related to today's podcast. You know, how do I show up for myself? How do I take care of myself? A lot of people are comfortable being victims of the story, but why not be the hero for once?
So it's very important to also acknowledge the amount of work you've put into the day, because I've seen that people in the entrepreneurial space, people in even the corporate space, any space where you requires a lot of work, we don't see the small tasks we do, the small steps that we take towards having true success.
Yeah. Well, I'm learning to, one, not only just be happy about the body that God has given me and has blessed me with, but also better it, and that's why I'm trying to work out as well. It has nothing to do with mental health. It has nothing to do with wanting a six-pack, being buff on the beach. Yeah. I mean, we're barely naked in front of each other, guys. When are we naked in front of each other? We swim 5 times in the year. Yo, what's up, guys? It is your favorite podcast, Seated. I am Lebo Rampedi, and this is
Thato Rampedi. Welcome back to a brand new episode, guys. We're very excited for the consistency this year.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gonna be a big one.
Yeah. Today's podcast is a little bit of I want to say a goal-setting podcast. You know, we're in the beginning of the year. I thought we'd come with a lot of energy, a lot of input, and today's podcast, I want to say the title is "How Can I Show Up for Myself?"
Yeah.
And with the question being, do I even care about myself? We're going to be going also into the segments, of course, showing up for myself, mind over matter, how to take care of your mental health, body love, how do I increase my physique, and how does that contribute to my daily life? And of course, we'll end it off with goal setting and goal getting. But today's podcast is also going to touch a bit about discipline. And we'll just conclude with just our shout-outs for the week and movies and stuff.
Suggestions, what we're watching, who we're looking at, basically.
Yeah, but before we start the podcast, I'd like you right now, if you're watching this on YouTube, to subscribe, like right now, because we're seeing you guys watch the videos of unsubscribing. We don't like what's going on, So take this moment just to subscribe to your favorite podcast. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Music, what else is there? Podcast?
Any audio platform, really.
Please, 5 stars.
Yeah.
5 stars.
So just know, guys, so we're trying to do this thing. So we drop every single Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to be dropping the audio every single Sunday to give you guys an early release. So if you guys like listening to audio, or if you just like listening to the podcast on the weekend a little bit earlier than everybody else, the audio is available for you about 3 days before, just to, give you guys something extra, something nice, because audio is very easy for us to edit and get done.
Yeah, but guys, I hope you guys are ready for a very insightful podcast. I'm very excited for today. I think this one is really close to our hearts, or my heart right now. Let's start off with our favorite question. Hello. Sorry, this is the part we do together. Yeah. Okay, let's start with our favorite question. How are you? Because you seem to be feeling not the same way as me, you can go first.
Yeah, so obviously it's very evident that I'm crashing out. I'm lifetime. I'm lifetime crashing out because of a personal matter.
Yeah.
I was very excited for something, and that thing is delayed.
It's delayed. Doesn't mean it's not coming.
Doesn't mean it's not coming.
Amen?
Amen.
In the name of? Amen.
Jesus.
Amen.
So that thing is delayed, and that delay is just affecting my overall mood.
Yeah.
And I think it's a build-up of the things I've been expecting, to being delayed, not working out. So, one thing I'm trying to do in this current moment is detach those feelings from me having to perform and work now. Because if you ask, when I first left in the morning, I was playing.
Okay.
I know, I was happy. I was
Yeah.
And then I got this text, and I was just there So one thing I'm really trying to practice this year is being able to remove all of my external entities, from what's happening when it comes to work, because I can't be low energy during work like this, Yeah. Otherwise, I'm good, man.
But you can be. You can just be you.
That's my app. I've been exercising, so I'm happy about that. You said, when can we start talking about...
You You said 2 months, I think.
After 2 months.
I said 1 month.
After 1 month.
So you know how many weeks now?
So I'm on week 3.
I'm also on week 3 now, yeah.
I've done I did 5 sessions on the first week, 5 sessions on the second week, and I've done 3 sessions this week. So my goal each week is 5 sessions. If I'm trying to push it to 6, I take it to 6. So gym-wise, I'm happy. Health-wise, I'm happy. My days are feeling quite full. I was speaking to some other young entrepreneur, probably one of the youngest, successful guys I know. And he was just speaking about, not drinking, because he hasn't been drinking, and I've slowed down with drinking. And we were just talking about how content we feel and how full our days are and how much energy we have and how much we can actually perform when it comes to, our businesses. And one thing I've taken a break from, so as long as I've been gymming, I haven't been drinking too. I didn't say I'm done drinking alcohol. But what I'm saying is for as long as I've been gymming, I haven't been drinking. And that's been giving me so much more energy.
Yeah.
I've been feeling alive, the days are easier.
Yeah.
I gym in the morning, like I said in the previous podcast. So I gym, I come to work, crash out work from 6. The day is my oyster's up to me. There's been a lot of admin, so obviously I've been working a bit later than usual.
Yeah.
I've been trying to sleep quite early. And then when it comes to romantic, yeah, it's the same. When
It's the same. It's the same. It's the same.
When it comes to romantic, it's the same. When it comes to, what else is there?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. When it comes to work, we've got a campaign that's quite exciting. I'm excited for my first campaign of the year.
Woo.
I've been working with Mpho-Mpho for the past 5 months. They also extended. And then now we're going to be working with Savannah on the Sober Jan Feb, which is really exciting. It's nice to do a campaign early in the year because at least there's going to be funds coming in.
At some
Feb,
point,
March, yeah.
something is going to be
holding me down. Yeah. How are you doing?
I am okay. Today I'm trying a whole positive day, but yesterday I had a really rough day. But I'm doing this thing where I leave the problems of yesterday in yesterday. When I come to the next day, I must be it's basically I'm born again.
Because there's new problems.
Because there's new, and if you're still holding to the previous one,
in the backlog,
it's just basically waves of problems. So
What's a good way to tackle?
Yeah, bro. I looked at myself. First thing I did this morning is I woke up early, then I was checking my phone, TikTok. Then I just said, then I went into the mirror, then I said, okay, let's do this. Then that's all I said. That's literally all I said. I said, okay, let's do this. I started cleaning, started motivating myself, listening to podcasts and saying, okay, let me watch something funny now, let me entertain myself. But
what are your thoughts? Go ahead. What are your thoughts on motivational videos, motivational music, talks? Because I know obviously you're someone that listens to those things and you also action out some of the things. So do you feel like it's something that someone should be consuming consistently?
No, absolutely not. Half the motivation on the internet is complete rubbish. I'm speaking for men also, guys. The motivation for men will be you are nothing. You will always be nothing. If you don't wake up, don't stop it. It's very hectic on men. And then women's no, take your time. You're just figuring it out. Progress is part of your journey. And then you go back to the men's side and it's you need 75 days eating only eggs, only chicken, only rice. What type of man you want? Very hectic. So I try to consume motivation that's also very gentle parenting.
Oh, okay.
So I say be very, 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 very careful of what type of motivational videos you consume. But I also think it's also just nice to have an external remind you of what you're capable of. Because sometimes the internal, fail. You say to yourself, maybe today I'm not going to be capable of doing this. But just watching something and someone saying, no, dude, don't forget you are capable. You're the hero of your story.
And one way that I also work on that is through gratitude.
Yeah, gratitude's a big thing.
Consistent gratitude.
Yeah. My sister actually said, sorry, I know I'm still in my how are you? But my sister actually said something very powerful 3 weeks ago. And I've been living by it ever since.
Yeah.
She says that a lot of people try to be the victim of their stories. And it's very comfortable, which is also very related to today's podcast. How do I show up for myself? How do I take care of myself? A lot of people are comfortable being victims of their story, but why not be the hero for once?
Yeah.
Be the hero of your story. And I'm really taking that to heart. No matter what finances I could have $20 in my account. I don't give a damn. I'm still moving. Yeah. I'm still posting. I'm still hustling. I'm not letting things affect my my journey of becoming the best version of myself anymore. Because I deserve to be the hero,
True.
But yeah, back to how I am. Oh man, I'm okay. I've also been in the gym. the past 2 days of gym have been quite horrific.
What have you been doing? Legs, arms?
I tried to start my week of the positive, so I tried to do the fancy stuff first. The arms, the triceps, you know, the chest, the nice stuff.
All the
and then I try to end the week with the hectic stuff, the legs, you know, and all
so
those.
crazy. I'm actually like
The opposite.
The opposite. So
Yeah.
I start my week with things that I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, I put in legs.
Yeah.
Something that I hate doing. And then I basically put good, bad,
Good, yeah.
You do good.
Bad. And I like it like that, because it feels like, because by the time Friday comes, I'm looking at legs like, bro, you know how much I lifted the whole week? You feel me? Like, my legs are fresh. You know what I'm saying? So, really been enjoying working out. I think it is such a great thing for my dopamine. Adding a lot of pains to your life allows you to enjoy the pleasures a bit more. Like right now, I'm having so much fun being on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because of course, like life is I have so many pains, gymming, running,
And you calling them pains is
reading.
insane.
That's what you call it. And you know, it's the things that people don't enjoy doing.
These supposed to be my juice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it's the things that people don't enjoy. So I've been trying to add as much pain in my days. Like, okay, I'll be on TikTok and I'll be like, Lebo, you know that you're not supposed to be consuming everyone's content. Read a book, read 3 pages, then I'll try to read 3 pages, and I'll watch a movie.
I was speaking to somebody about this, like,
Yeah.
so because I haven't been drinking, I haven't been clubbing, I haven't been going out to spaces that I want to be in, and I've been gymming, I've been enjoying, like, I was speaking to Sets about this, I've been enjoying the smaller things, you know?
Yeah.
For example, like, I was like, yo, bro, I can't wait. I was telling him, I'm like, yo, bro, I can't wait to get him and read this book. He was like, huh? Nigga, you read? I was like, I actually don't read that much, but like, I want to read this book because I'm not releasing as much dopamine as I used to. So now, like, I find the small things exciting.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the Shunda podcast is a lot of fun. It's not a small thing, but like reading, like taking a walk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think, guys, you know, reading is like a lost love on people because of our attention span. Something I'm really trying to
Social
work
media, bro. It's TikTok, it's Instagram, it's
Like,
YouTube.
The number one thing I'm trying to work on is like attention span. I feel like I get distracted so easily, and it really does affect my work. But now that I've had certain things, and we'll talk about this when we enter the discipline part of the podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I've added multiple techniques and tricks in order for my discipline to continue to the next day. You know, because it's hard to do it on a daily basis. You know, I post a TikTok and Instagram reel every day. You know, so small things like that for me are really things. But but besides that, I'm good. Let's go into the podcast because I feel like you're ready, my man. But Jeb, since I can see when you're ready to talk about how you're improving as a man, let's get straight. No, for real. Let's get straight into the podcast. First up, we're going to be talking about how do I show up for myself, and the overall topic also just being, do I care about myself?
So how do I show up for myself?
Yeah. So I think before we go into this, I just want to quickly do a quick definition. It's something that we really like to do on CETA, just to add a baseline to the conversation. I'm going to be defining self-love, right? According to Meta AI, self-love is also known as self-acceptance, self-compassion, and refers to the practice of accepting, embracing, and treating oneself with kindness, care, and compassion.
Okay.
Yeah, so based on
doing all of the things we do for girlfriends and girls
for yourself.
Cool.
So talk to us briefly about like how this year you really feel like you're in your self-love bag.
Yeah, so I'm in my self-love bag because one, like I've barely been speaking to the opposite gender. Like if I do, it's probably the same person. Do you get what I'm saying? So last year I was in a season where like, you know, I was dating around, you know, trying to get to know people. And a lot of my energy was going towards all these different girls and these different energies.
Yeah.
It's not because like I only speak to this person when they speak to me.
You only speak to that person when they speak to you. Are you in prison?
No, like when I speak to this person.
Oh, so you're one of those people that have visiting hours in your relationship.
You get what I'm saying? Like when I'm in contact with this person that talks to me. Talks to me.
Yeah.
It's really nice, right? And also it allows for me to focus on myself. So I'm not distracted by the outside world, all these people. I am allowed to like do the things I was doing, like going out for dinner, going out for lunch, going for a walk with these people, or like buying these people things. I'm able to do it for myself. So one way I've been practicing that is by making myself like the the number one like person in my life. Do you get what I'm saying? Like if I want to be somewhere, I won't do it. If someone says, yo, let's go do this thing, and I know that it might be uncomfortable, but it benefits them, I won't do it. If someone needs help with something, but I'm not in enough capacity, I won't do it. So I've been practicing the art of saying no a lot. You know what I'm saying? To prioritize myself and do things that I like. And that's enabled me to obviously do the things we've been speaking about. Exercise more, read more, play way more PlayStation. I haven't played this much PlayStation in such a long time. Like I've been playing FIFA.
And it's like it's a good dopamine release, no?
It's a good dopamine release.
It's a good dopamine release.
I've been watching movies again. I've been watching series. Like I wasn't doing any of these things. All I was doing last year
was drinking,
working.
partying, and working.
Don't tell me what I was doing.
Sorry.
All I was doing last year.
Sir.
I don't know if I skipped 2 steps. All I was doing last year was working, drinking, partying, talking to girls, and then being too tired to love myself.
Yeah.
What about you? How have you done?
I think just on your answer, before I touch on to mine, really like how self-love also really starts from inward, you know, it's realization. I think, guys, I know, you know, Thato speaking from a point of already have gone through so much trials and tribulations the previous year that this year he said to himself, you know, like, let me
choose myself.
Choose myself. And I think, you know, you guys as listeners and viewers, you need to place that into yourself. Like, what trials and tribulations do I constantly go through?
Yeah.
And how do I pick myself more this year? You know, 2025.
Do those things.
Yeah, 2025 is that year for you.
When you get
know?
that sound, like every time someone spits, you click it, then it goes, like the girls, ooh. I should get that instead.
Yeah, but I think
that was very powerful. Like self-reflect and see what's making you uncomfortable consistently.
Yeah.
And then evaluate the magnitude of that thing. Like I think that's very powerful.
Yeah, because you know, like you guys, you know, we speak about multiple topics, but I want you guys to know we also struggle to take the own advice that we say on the podcast.
Yeah.
But from what Thato's saying, you guys should check out our previous podcast where we talk about boundaries. He's speaking about his boundaries, when to say no. These are all things that we've discovered as the year went past last year, and now we're trying to implement them.
Yeah, like understanding these definitions, having these conversations, like it allows for us to also live a better life.
Yeah, so the question is, number one question for you guys listening back home, when will you start picking you, you know?
Yeah.
But a little bit for me, like...
I can't wait for Lebo to say, when will you start picking you? And I know with our course that we made together in self-development, you can take 10 easy steps to change your life. Everything you've heard on this podcast, it's coming! It's coming!
No,
what
it's
a great
coming.
it's coming!
Like, come on, get your 100 rands in the air, and we just like you just don't care. But how have I been showing up for myself? How have I presented self-love for myself? Oh man, I am just, Thato's answer is very depth, but my answer is like me once. I'm just trying to be kinder to myself. I feel like I am so hard on myself.
So rough on yourself, bro.
I am so rough on myself. I'm very hectic. I put a lot of pressure on myself. And I'm trying to be proud of myself every single day by the end of the day. And just even if I didn't work hectically, just being like, you know what, dude, you did what you could, you know? I'm also learning to slow down. And that skill has been, when I tell you, the hardest one. I'm going out less. I am spending more time alone when possible. I am, you know, trying to, I rush everything, guys. When I eat fast. If I'm watching a series, sometimes I even press the fast forward, because I know what's going to happen. I've watched every series basically. So I'm like, no. But now I'm trying to slow down, enjoy, be present, you know, not rush.
Live life.
I'm basically trying to live, you know. So that's basically one thing that I've been really trying to do when it comes to myself.
Eat like it's a chore. Hey, eat like, hey, there's a countdown, my man.
Even when I speak, I'm trying to slow down. I'm trying to. Everything I do, I try to slow down and be more present. Like, I will be, you know, chilling with my home, and
what?
My home. I'll be chilling with my home, and then what? I'll be chilling with my home, and I'm like, oh my god, like my mind is racing. Can I have to shoot the podcast on Wednesday? Saturday's as Machita. When am I gonna do the PowerPoint for Tuesday's meeting? Have I sent the invitation link? If I don't send the invitation link, as Machita's going to never meet again. You know? Then I said, I said, no. What am I doing right now?
What am I doing right now?
I'm chilling. I'm watching
chilling.
Netflix, there's popcorn.
There's my heart.
There's wine. let me just be here.
With my heart.
Let me just be. Yeah, definitely.
That's powerful, bro. I'm sure like that's gonna make you feel like life is longer.
Yes,
I feel like when you live life in a rush, constantly stressing, it makes life short.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is gonna make life really nice and long.
Definitely, but I also, in each segment today, I want to basically end off the segment of basically us just giving advice, saying like, oh, listen guys, like, you know, this is what I did, this is how I feel about it, it's not easy, you know, so maybe we'll just do it for this segment because I really like the showing up for myself being the main theme, so you just give a bit of advice to the viewer listening or watching the podcast, just say, hey, listen, this year you're gonna show up for yourself, like, et cetera, you know? Go ahead.
So I think to implement the things that I spoke about, one thing you need to obviously really master, or let me even just say put effort into, is gratitude. And the second thing is like lists and like just listing things. So that'll help you towards achieving what Lebo's been doing. So gratitude, every single morning, during the day, during tough times, end of the day, I'll be like, yo, there was all this bad that happened, but what I know is that when it comes to the good, this thing happened. I'm so grateful for that because this happening allows me to do this. This thing happened. That thing happened. So that's very important to just say it in your mind and paint a positive picture because that allows for you to live in a positive like energy. Then number two, listing for you to also not just practice gratitude towards yourself or towards the Lord. It's so important for you to list what you have to action out every single day. So at the end of the day, you can be proud of yourself, like Lebo was saying. So for me, I know on my laptop, I've got a Google Drive. I've got my to-do list and I write down the things that I have to do and I color code them in order of like importance and urgency. So when I end my day and I look at my diary, I look at my Google Word spreadsheet thing, I'm like, no man, I've completed everything. I've completed 80% of my work. I'm proud of myself. This is I can do these other two things tomorrow. So it's very important to also acknowledge the amount of work you've put into the day because I've seen like people in the entrepreneurial space, people in even the corporate space, any space where you requires a lot of work, we don't see the small tasks we do, the small steps that we take towards like, having true success.
Yeah. A lot of my answers basically, my motivation monologue is basically the same as Thato. But I also just want to say that if you ever feel like, okay, today I didn't get it done, I'm sad today, don't you owe it to yourself to start again? Wouldn't it be nice if today was the day that you started again and you started that journey of self-improvement again? I feel as if, we don't hear this enough, but you deserve a life worth living. You deserve being happy. And within that happiness, it is up to you. Someone said to me, actually it was one of the people from my team, they said to me, oh yeah, you mustn't complain because 90% of the problems in your life are caused are by byproduct of your actions. So you must take responsibility for your life. And I just want to say, man, like, oh man, it is so for some people it's very hard to be kind to oneself. It's very hard for you to show up for yourself. But it's like I said, stop being the victim of your story. This is the part where you put on the costume, you start getting on the building and you test if you can fly. Be the hero of your story. But yeah, that actually gets into our second segment, Mind Over Matter, the mental health segment part of this. I want to talk about how big mental health contributes into showing up for yourself. Come on, let's not be honest. You said you started off the podcast very low energy, very sad, whatever. How do you overcome the negative thoughts to still be so disciplined in showing up for yourself?
Yeah, that's such a tricky thing. So I think it's like, for me, mental health. So I don't think I have mental health problems. I think we all go through things that relate to mental health a little bit, But some people are mentally ill. Yeah. Is that the right term to use? Some people have actually serious mental health problems.
Yeah.
Others just, we dibble and dabble or we're in denial. So one thing that I really struggle with is like regulating my emotions, right? So like I can only be upset by two things. One, a romantic partner, or two, finances. Everything else like, it'll be fixed, Then obviously friendship, or like there's a bunch of things, but those are the two ones that get me like, they knock me out, my man. And I've seen in the past that like, I really used to struggle with like, continuing my day, living my life and dealing with these things because I'd try push it to the side. So now what I try to do is that I try to regulate my emotions by sitting in them. So like for example, let's say today I was upset about something. Like I just didn't have time right now. But like usually I would sit in my emotions and think, okay, cool, this thing upset me. Then I do a deeper dive. Why did it upset me? Oh, okay, cool. I'm upset at this thing because, oh, it's not that I'm upset because I'm angry. I'm actually sad because this. Oh, why am I sad? Oh, I'm sad because actually, I've been going through these things. Why have I been going through these things? Ah, it's out of my control. Oh, that makes sense, because I was actually really excited for this thing to happen. And, now because it's not happening, it's like, it was in somebody's control, but now it's not happening. So it feels like, bro, we've been having all this. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's like a
unpack.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm speaking in Morse code.
But I'm speaking in tongues now. But I get what you say. I
get what I'm saying.
Do,
so I've been allowing myself to really not be avoidant of my emotions, but to sit with them, experience them, feel them, and try to do an analysis of why they're existing. And then when that happens, you understand that okay, cool, I'm experiencing anger now, but the real emotion I should be feeling is sadness. Do you get what I'm saying? And for me to conquer sadness might be way easier than to conquer anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, conquering the mind is a lifelong journey, but there are definitely certain techniques that you can apply to your life in order to have more discipline and more things. I mean, on my side of the spectrum, I think I do deal with a lot of mental health issues and etc. But what I always try to remember is that my body is reacting to the situation. Emotion is very much a reaction. So if I'm sad, I'm reacting to something. I'm allowed to be sad. Like as I said, confront your emotions. But what I also want you guys to understand is that your emotions do not dictate action, they dictate reaction. You understand? So if you feeling sad, you should not now, hey, that's your action now. You are just sad everywhere. Hey guys, I'm sad. You can react.
It's not a conscious action.
Yeah, you can react and say, you know what, guys, I'm sad, let me take my space, fix that and then come back into the space. But for you to now make that your 100% character, I mean, there are people that complain every day, man. Are you aware? There are people that say, every day, my day is bad, my life is bad, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. And that for me is avoidance. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry,
go ahead,
what I hate, nah?
Go ahead.
And it's gonna be so tough to say because there's so many of my friends that are close to me that do this. But I don't like it when someone is going through a physical change and they hyper focus on that. And every time I see them, that's the main thing. So let's say you're gaining weight or you're extremely skinny.
Yeah.
And every time you're around me, for me, it's awkward. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so fat. I'm so fat. Oh my gosh, I'm so skinny. It's like, I don't think people understand how much that affects the next person because I don't know what I'm gonna do to trigger your emotions even more. I don't know if I should say, no, you're not fat, if I should just keep quiet, if I should just listen. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's one thing that makes me so uncomfortable when people do that. I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
I do, I do.
Be like, yo, I've gained so much weight.
I think for me, it's on the other side. It's it'll be more emotional. Oh, I hate my mom, I hate this one, I hate this. Friends that don't mind coming to you and dumping every single turmoil that they have in their life.
Which is okay.
Which is okay if it's in a healthy way. But a continuous.
Yeah, every time I see you.
Every time we speak, every time
do something, brother.
I'm basically now your lifeguard, and that, guys, I want you guys, for the people listening, I want you guys to understand, when you are constantly, lifeguarding someone in their pool, you forget to swim. You forget to take care of you. You forget to, give your attention to you. And a nice exercise, because I like what Thato said in the beginning, in the previous segments about showing up, about writing down things. I journal every single day. And I like to say, oh, okay, cool. At the end of it, I like to say, I used this much energy today on this, and this, Because I like to see where my energy is actually going. Because guys, it's especially in SA, it's very easy to forget oneself and be the thing for everyone, the anchor for everyone. So that really does play a role on the mental health. But going back on the mental health chat also, I like to think that gratitude, as Thato said, is very important. Every time you're panicking, just hold your hands together and start counting everything that you're grateful for. Just say, okay, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. That's what I like to do. Anyone that knows my Finsta, the people that follow my Finsta know I post
There's 20 people.
Oh, I mean, honest, that's why I'm saying it out loud. I have a Finsta, but I'm constantly, posting my brother, my sister, my friends, because those are the reminders of all the joys in my life. I take a lot of joy in reminding myself that I have a family, like my siblings, my older brother and sister, because those are my anchors, and you need to guys also have your anchors and your reminder of what am I grateful for every single day? And for me, I'm very grateful for my brother and my sister. I think those are like my top 2 people in my life. I take it very seriously. I talk about it. I post it all the time, whether it be WhatsApp, Instagram, whatever. I take it very seriously because that's my point of joy going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like I can always remind myself, you know what? At least I have my brother and I have my sister.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we can move on to the next segment called Body Love and Body Positivity. And we'll tie this with...
Crazy, I look at like through to the section. I was speaking about the...
Yes, yeah, literally, yeah.
I didn't even realize.
I think it's all tied.
Yeah.
Once you realize on F, every motion, every action, and every discipline and thing and emotion is tied. You've unlocked 60% of your life. Yeah, but Body Love, I want you to talk to me about, and this might be a very vulnerable part of the segment, but how do you perceive yourself on a body level, like physical level? How do you perceive yourself? Are you very accepting of yourself? Are you not accepting of yourself? Can I go first in this one, actually?
Yeah, sure.
So, let me take you guys through my journey. So I grew up skinny, very, very skinny, like skin and bones. And then I got a job. And what happens, you guys know, you can determine a person's wealth by their weight. I got a bit chubby a little bit. I got a little bit extra. No, it's true. I guess everyone that gets employed, have you ever seen how in the next 6 months they start gaining weight?
It's a lot of weight gain, yeah.
Yeah, because you eat when you have money in your account. You don't eat when you... That's why I'm so skinny now, guys. But my point being, like, and then I gained weight. And then I had much more weight. And I finally felt confident because I was like, oh my God, I finally have weight. But then someone said to me, and then I was like, like this is not it.
Body shaming?
This is body, is this it? Is this what they say? Is this what they talk about on Pinterest and all those things? And like, yo, you gained weight. And like, I think it was my dad and my mom. They're like, yes, man, you've gained weight. Hey. Says you're eating. Oh, it was my uncle, sorry. He's like, you're eating. What do I was like, oh, damn. Like, oh my goodness. And then, you know, now being back in gym and seeing my body, you know, going back to university days level, I'm realizing that everyone on earth will have an opinion about you, but the best opinion and the most important opinion is your opinion.
Of self, man.
So I'm learning to, one, not only just be happy about the body that God has given me and has blessed me with, but also better it, you know? And that's why I'm trying to work out as well. It has nothing to do with mental health. It has nothing to do with wanting a six-pack, being buff on the beach. Yeah. I mean, we're barely naked in front of each other, guys. When are we naked in front of each other? We swim 5 times in the year together.
Partners.
Those things, come on, my man. But on a real chat, like, I'm learning to accept the version I want to be. Yeah. And that's how I'm expressing my body love. But yeah, you can go next.
Yeah, so the story of how I perceive myself. Okay, so I perceive myself as a big guy. I perceive myself as like an overweight person. Wow. So I perceive myself. I think growing up, I always perceive myself as like big and overweight in a negative light. Like, oh my gosh, like you see what I was talking about? Oh my, but internally though, yo, I'm so big, yo, no. And then I think as university went, working went, comfortability grew and it existed. You know, confidence was boosted. You know, I was aware that, okay, cool, bro, you're overweight, you're a big guy, but like, it's not that deep, you're not unhealthy, you know? So that's how I always perceive myself. I don't look at myself and like take off my shit and like hate myself. Yeah. I'm not like, oh my gosh, like you've got a stomach and like, you know, and you're like a big guy. I'm just there like, oh, okay, that's me as Thato, that's who I am. That's who I've been all these years, you know? Yeah. Even with romantic partners, I'm not scared to like be in my, I'm thinking, is it in my nude?
It's nude, yes, that's the right word.
I'm not scared to be nude. You know, like I can confidently be like, you know, naked and everything. Yeah. But like, even with close friends, so like with like Lebo, Hunter, Percy, I'll easily take off my shirt, you know, be in my thingy. But when there are external factors, external people who are not close to me, I am not as comfortable. Yeah. Because I'm always like, people are like taking snaps of us when we're chilling, people are like recording memories for their own capacity, and I wouldn't want someone to like record me.
I'm sorry, this is you guys might think we're joking, but if we meet new people and chill, they recording everything. We eat, they record. We drink, they record.
Big brother. Shower hour.
Sorry, but continue, my bad for disturbing.
So obviously, like, then I'd be like, okay, cool, let me not really be comfortable, too comfortable. But then like, yeah, bro, like, I think I love my body, I love myself. I always tell myself this is probably the youngest I'm gonna be ever. Yeah. But obviously now I've seen that like, I want to have better days. I want to also feel better, look better, and all. And like, I'm gymming mainly for like discipline for work, but also because I just love fashion so much, and I want to like unlock certain outfits that wouldn't work at my body type, but might work at like a body type, Lebo or Khonse.
Yeah.
You say Khonse.
I want to say, because I know this particular segment is actually a very big thing in the women's space. And obviously me and Thato don't have we haven't been through the journey of that women go through, but I do know identity and body.
What's journey?
Huh?
What journey you referring to?
The journey of like, because women can be very insecure based on like, I mean, you guguys social media.
Yeah, you don't know what I've been through, Chief.
Okay, I've never been through it. Sorry, I've never been through it. But sorry. But for the ladies listening at home, since Thato's so familiar with your journey, you know, he knows what you've gone through.
Yes.
So to say, bro, you guys are beautiful, man. Like, take time to find the beauty in yourself.
I think.
Go ahead.
Due to your body type,
Yeah.
you might not have experienced the other end.
But I did experience the other end.
Yeah, but you experienced the other end
Yeah.
being skinny.
Yeah, because I've met girls who are skinny as hell that say, yo,
They're depressed.
I wish I had a gorilla back, I wish I had a bunda. And then I met other girls who are a bit on the overweight side, they're like, I wish I was a skinny twig.
Yeah.
You know, but find the...
It's the same thing. It's the same feeling. Do you feel like when you were skinny, did you have to focus on being skinny growing up? Like, was it a thought every single day?
Oh, bro, like, hey, let's say I wanted to just do something as simple as play rugby with the bros. Say level B, they look at me and say, be for real.
No, like, it's like a thing of like, I'm saying daily, like you wake up and you do
I used to, when I was skinny, I used to do this in the mirror and stuff and look at my, because I could see my ribs.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was like growing up, I could see my ribs every day and I'm like, oh my God. You know, my friends would make jokes like kwashiorkor, if you laugh, you're gonna go to hell. They may say, you look like you have kwashiorkor, which is not nice, guys, to hear as, what's funny, Thato? What's funny, Thato?
I think it's funny.
What's funny?
I think it's funny. Do you know what kwashiorkor is?
I do know what kwashiorkor is.
You remember how it was the big stomach?
Yes, I do know that.
Sorry.
I saw someone make a comment that says Thato laughs on view once.
I'm trying to hold my laughs a bit longer.
But so I've been through the other side of the journey and I'm here to say, you know, to our female demographic.
Then you understand how it feels like for today.
I do, but women go through on such a high level. I think, you know, social media is also just, you know, social media for men is more playful. It's more jokey joke, you know. Some people take it seriously and do the fashion, all those things. But it's very rare that beauty is like the number one thing. For women, beauty standards is actually very hectically pressed onto them.
It's more of a thing.
It's in their face every single day. And I want to speak about that in the next segment that we're going to go into. But yeah, just my final thoughts on this part of the body love thing. Find the beauty in yourself, man. You know, Thato has the most beautiful eyes. Have I ever told you that?
What happens if it's not there, the beauty in yourself?
You have beautiful eyes. You have beautiful. I like your ears.
Okay.
You look like you have a good personality. Okay, so so with the next one, we're gonna just tie the two together because I feel like it really ties together: goal getting, setting goals, and discipline.
I'm so bad at this. I can't even give advice.
Before I go into that, I need to go into the definition of discipline because I think that's a big one for this year, especially if you want to have the 2025 year of your life, you know. Discipline is the practice of training.
Yeah.
I'm a pastor, ne?
Training. Walking with the Holy Spirit requires you to exist.
Discipline in the practice of training is the practice of training oneself to follow a set of principles, rules, habits in order to achieve specific goals, develop self-control, and improve overall behavior.
So basically, redesigning your own life.
Yeah. It's basically
changing all of the bad habits.
Yeah.
Changing all the things that you know.
Yes, sir.
And creating new criteria for
Yes, sir.
success and happiness.
Yes, sir. But let's go from the baseline. Talk to me how you have set your goals this year. What is the type of techniques that you apply that people could apply?
So for me, from a business perspective, we have a motto, a tagline, something that I always say. My job, my role is to make content creation sustainable for young content creators and young entrepreneurs. That's my mandate. That's what I'm trying to learn and like achieve. So in that, I know what I have to do. So I don't put down my goals on a piece of paper like, okay, this year, 50K subscribers, this year, 70K subscribers, which you should do if you want those things.
I did that, guys, before.
This year, I want to impact 10 people. I say, you know what, that's my mandate. What do I have to do? Okay, I have to have brands. Okay, what brands do I have under me? I have to gain experience. Okay, I've got Digest, I've got Seated, I've got Asmajita. Cool. How can I make, improve their brand identity in my everyday? Improve their brand identity, also get them sales, and then also make them just like amazing, Then I constantly work towards that every single day in the form of recording these things, in the form of executing these things to be done, in the forms of brainstorming, in the forms of planning, in the forms of, doing a photo shoot if we have to do it to brand build, in the forms of hiring people who might improve the social media. So for me, I set my goal, I have my goal for my company. And then every day I'm constantly brainstorming, being creative, thinking of, okay, Thato, this is your goal, this is what you want to do.
Yeah.
What are you going to do every single day, small steps towards achieving that? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I set my goals.
Tell them about that thing you said to me, I think it was yesterday, about the small things big end up, there's no shortcuts to.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Before
I
go
like
into
that
that,
line.
also, what I do is that, I think I'm downplaying how I plan. So I'm in a very managerial position in my company as the founder and the director, right? So I make my team members / my employee embody plan. So for Digest, Asmajita, Seated with Capable, which is coming real soon, and Seated, we've got a whole year plan. We've rebranded how the guys look, how the guys dress. We've got characters, we've built their brand identities, and then we said, okay, cool, after 4 months, we productize. This is the first phase of productizing, this is the second phase of productizing, and this is the third phase of productizing. So I think I do plan, I just do it in a way that it's easier for me by getting my team to do it.
Yeah, I get
So I can't say I don't plan.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of planning. And these are like 30-page documents.
I want to also just say, in goal setting and setting goals, you should not shy away from asking for help. I think that's a big thing that people try to do. They try their goals and etc. It's just, it's up to me. It's up to me. There's no one that. You should not shy away from adding, people into your goals and adding them into achieving your goals. But yeah, so I just wanted to add that to that picture.
And then even on the planning thing, because I'm realizing now I'm actually a liar for saying.
There's literally, guys, there's a whiteboard right here. It has brainstorm session. Thato plans. Like
even with the planning, one thing that I think is very important, that's just my next vlog.
Yeah.
That's the vlog.
Oh, that's one vlog.
Yeah.
You have scenes, my man. I know you're on Thato's vlogs, but go check out Thato Rampedi and Thato Rampedi right now on Thato Rampedi.
Yeah. So another thing that we're doing, and Lebo and I have this meeting, I think tomorrow.
Monday.
Since we've got the planning done for all the brands, the next thing to do is to then write down the next steps. And then the actionable things that need to make the plan exist.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to plan and it's there, but it's another thing to say, okay, cool, what are my next steps that require efforts from a human resource level, from an AI level, from a, technological angle? What do I need towards executing these things? Yeah. Then once we've planned how we're going to execute, we then go into execution.
Amen.
And then when we go into execution, we go into what? Consistent feedback.
Amen.
Is our executing helping us deliver on our plan?
Amen. Hallelujah. No, for real, because guys, like we keep saying and want you guys to be part of this journey, 2025 is the year of execution. I think that's what, out of everything I've said on the podcast, let that be the tagline that you remember. 2025 is the year of execution. You know what I'm saying?
And the other thing that Lebo said, I must tell you guys, that I said earlier to him, I think it was either this morning or yesterday.
It was yesterday.
I was telling him that life is very long. We're constantly looking for a get out of jail free card,
a shortcut
to do something. And the best way to truly have success, as an individual, look at the things that you have that are quite successful. They all took constant steps in progress every single day, steps every single day towards achieving them. All the guys with six packs, big shoulders, all the goals with amazing bodies and stuff, they were going to the gym every single day for more than a year. Do you get what I'm saying? All the guys with multi-million businesses, they were putting in progress since they were very young for many, many years. So the only way for you to be like, yeah, I got this thing that I wanted, I got that G63, I got that Lambo, I got that family house, I got that house at the Val, is for you to constantly put in progress and steps now. Trust me, bro, all the steps we're putting in now, they are building a crazy
It's like, you know, guys, you know, when you download something, 81% and then 82%, that's life.
That's life.
If you keep putting the so much, it will end up being 100%. But people wanted to download like this 100%, you know?
It's not possible.
It's not possible. On my side, I want to start off by saying there's the difference between a dream and a goal is action. You know, goals, you need to have action. You need to execute. Like we're saying, the year of 2025 is a big year for execution, you know? And from my side, I think, oh man, I goal set every year. But it's also if I'm being honest, sometimes just dream setting. You know, you can put unrealistic expectations on yourself and it's literally unrealistic. Or you can put realistic expectations on yourself and like Thato said, put in the phases, put in the steps in order to achieve the goal. I really like this download metaphor because it's true. You know, you go to gym, that's 1%. You know, you're posting something, that's 2%. You're working hard at your 9 to 5. You will endlessly like get a promotion or something. These things add up, you know? But don't give up on your journey specifically. I want to also add for me, what I did this year is I took the time to categorize my life and say, okay, cool, this is my social, this is my business, and this is me as an individual. I'd split into those 3 categories in the beginning of the year. I said business, these are my goals. These are the things I'd like to achieve, and I put deadlines. Very important, by the way, in goal setting is to put deadlines because that goal can go from let me gym every day this month to let me gym every day next month to let me gym every day in October. I'll start in September. I'll start in November. You should put hard deadlines on yourself in order to, you know, get the goal moving, you know? And in those 3 different categories, I also wrote a letter to myself for the end of the year to read. For the end of the year, saying, hey, wada, this, and that.
Oh, that's nice.
That was part of my manifestation side of my goal setting.
That's very nice. You reminded me, Mammi, Caiah yesterday was like, Thato, you're at the point where you can do those videos.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Beast did it. He did a video that will upload in 5 years.
Oh, yeah?
So it's like, you're at the point where you can make a video now and schedule it for posting in 5 years.
Yeah.
And then it's like basically explaining to us what your dreams are. And then in 5 years when it drops, you get to see what did you do.
Yeah.
Because so Caiah basically said I'm going to be fucking rich in 5 years.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
But it's the truth. And, you know, and I want to add on to the thing. If you do not believe in yourself, forget about goal setting.
Yeah.
Let me say that one more time. If you don't even believe in yourself, forget about goal setting.
Yeah.
Work on the individual first.
Yeah.
And have a machine that is capable of action and execution and then move.
Yeah.
Because if you in a bad place and you in a bad mental health state and you won't get, I hate to say, but you wouldn't get shit done.
Yeah.
You won't.
Also, I like what you said. I think we should all do this. That's why I'm speaking about the Caiah thing.
Yeah.
We should all write to ourselves for even 3 months, man.
Even 4 months, 6 months, even halfway mark.
6 months, yeah, halfway mark. Like, hey, man, so right now my plans were this. These are my ideas. You know, read this in 6 months.
I also did this with my home. Like we wrote a letter to each other. We wrote a letter to my home. We wrote a letter to each other for the end of the year to say, okay, cool. Hey. I just hope that you are kind to yourself or whatever, you know, whatever you want to say to me that you think I should have heard at the end of the year now. Like after everything that we achieved. It's such a nice way to goal set because it's, you know that letter's coming. Again, it's like a form of a deadline.
Yes, it's a form of, hey, my man, in 6 months I have to reflect, and if I haven't achieved at least 40%, I'm gonna be very disappointed in myself.
Yeah, but I'd like to hear from your side how like you've been improving on your discipline. You said that's a very big thing.
Yeah. So I've been doing things that require consistency.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's building my discipline slowly. Obviously, guys, it's only been 3 weeks, but like going to the gym.
It's more than 1 week and it's more than a day.
Yeah. So going to the gym every single day, every single morning, Monday to Friday. You know what I'm saying? Making sure I don't eat Apple McDonald's and Steers and stuff. Like obviously I only eat Mpho-Mpho because Mpho-Mpho is amazing. I should definitely try some Mpho-Mpho. But I've been trying to like slow down on my consumption of fast foods. I only buy Nando's or like a toasted sandwich and stuff like that. So being disciplined with what I consume. Water.
Drink water.
I drink so much water in a day. I think I'm doing 6-7 liters of water every day.
Jeez, how much is it supposed to drink a day? But
in the morning I do a whole lot, in the night I do a whole lot. In the day I try sip, but then like I forget. I usually sip on my way to work. I think you saw me drinking the water.
Yeah.
That thing was full before I fetched you. Yeah. So water, and then not going out. So I'm trying to do things that require discipline that are easier to do so that it can hopefully translate into my work life. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, everything that I need to become what I need to become,
You have now.
I have to have discipline in work. No, I don't have now. I have to have discipline in work. So the only way for me to have discipline in work was to have discipline in other areas of my life. So that discipline becomes so second nature. When it comes to time for me to work, I work. Because last year I used to get so upset to even charge the cameras. Like uploading the footage, I'd be like, yo, I have to upload the footage. Yo, I'll check it in 3 hours. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was becoming lazy because I was hiring a lot of human resources.
Yeah.
And then I was just partying and like having fun. And the things I started treating my business like a side hustle.
When it's your main hustle.
When it's my main hustle? When it's my only hustle?
When it's your only hustle.
You get me? So like now
true.
it's like I'm trying to be disciplined in all aspects of my life. So when it comes to work, it's easy. And now it's been making work easier. Like I've been replying to the girls a lot more, showing up a lot more, planning a lot more. We're shooting better. Even though like, let's be fair, man. Even us building the system, like guys, before Lebo and I used to serve these things by ourselves. Now we've got somebody assisting us. So now there's steps towards making it better. Do you get what I'm saying? What digest? Used to like. There's so much improvements in the whole network that I think I should start practicing gratitude towards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I still understood that that's not where I wanted to be. Even though there's improvements and I'm doing good, doesn't mean that I must chill.
Yeah, someone said that we're very hard on ourselves because every time we obtain our goals or achieve our goals, we set the bar higher. So we're never really in a state of like gratitude and being present. Because let's say, Thato just opened up a studio now. Now that thing's gone now. The idea of celebration of it now, it's gone. Now it's just the workspace, But discipline for me, to just go back into that, discipline for me is so easy to fall out of. And I want to say to you, if you fall out of your discipline for a day, let's say you don't go to gym for that one day on the Wednesday, don't now let that determine your entire journey. Yeah. You already did the 5 days. You're capable of doing 5 days. So do 5 days again and try to aim for 6, Also, with the discipline thing, look at discipline short term. That's the things that I've been trying to. Every time I eat, I wash the dishes.
Yeah.
That's a small. Even though that's like you guys are like, what? That's normal. Some people leave the dishes until they accumulate into a certain amount and then they wash.
I try 3-4 days even.
I wash every time I finish eating. The pots, pans, everything, whatever I cooked with, I must wash immediately. And that's one of the small things that I'm adding into my life. Also waking up at the same time every day. That's a huge discipline because you don't know what life has thrown many things at me.
Yes.
Life has thrown many things at me. And waking up at the same time every day is very hard when life is throwing so many things at you. But yeah, man, I think also discipline derives from how kind you are to yourself and how much you believe in yourself. And I want you to understand, no one is going to come save you. No one is going to come help you obtain the things you want to go obtain. And no one is going to... what I want to say is no one's going to hold your hand and tell you, oh, let's go goal sets and stuff. You need to be the powerhouse of your life. You need to be the driving factor of your life. You need to be the energy source of your life, your reminder, your best friend, your person, and you need to learn to show up for yourself, But yeah, that's basically how I feel about it. But why do you think people aren't disciplined?
I think it's just much easier not to be disciplined.
Yeah.
It's much easier, like shortcuts are easier, they are addictive also. And the things that we consume, we don't understand how much impact they have on us. Like for example, sugar, for example, alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant.
Yeah, it also messes with your dopamine so much, guys. Yeah. Like alcohol, weed, any what is it called?
Anything consumed in
But there's a word for
excess,
those things.
Bad.
Yeah, anything that you consume in excess. Sorry.
So I'd say that's what makes
Yeah, I think
discipline easy.
I think what makes people not disciplined is being either too complacent or too comfortable in your current setting. And I want you guys to understand, it's so much easier to have a messy room than have a clean room. It's so much easier to be negative than to be positive every day. It is so much easier to give up on yourself than give to yourself. It is very much easy, and you must understand. I know not everyone's religious, but that's the devil's work at play. But yeah, guys, yeah, man, out of everything we've said today, understand that, we also on this seated journey with you, in being seated with ourselves and being honest with ourselves.
What does that mean to you, like being seated with yourself?
Being seated just generally means that taking the time to improve myself, learn about myself, and just basically, how do I take the time to just sit down, take a deep breath,
And just
learn
yourself.
and act, and that's what we're going to be doing the whole year with you guys. We're going to be very seated with you, and we want to know in the comment section, how you guys show up for yourself. What are some of the techniques that you guys do? Maybe you buy yourself a cheesecake every Friday. Hey, man, if that's your thing, that's your thing,
Yeah,
let us know in the comment section what you guys do and how. And give advice to others that are watching, in the comment section. Let's make this a community, guys. I mean, we're all in this together, and I like to believe that we can do this,
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think?
No, I agree with Lebo. I think definitely spend some time being seated with yourself. We'll definitely see you guys next week for a brand new episode. It's been really nice coming back. It's been even more fun having these conversations, and I think it's going to be really good. 2025. I know we came back in Feb, but hey, man, that's just the energy.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week for a brand new one. Please.
Oh, you don't want to shout out to anyone?
The subscribe button.
Hi, boo.
I think hit the subscribe button. I think you guys should let us know who to shout on the next episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys let us know who you're watching, who's moving, like who's entertaining you day by day, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Ray-Bans and Catamaran.